Welcome to Force Pro Sports Laserforce podcast with your host, Mr. Mischief.
Laserforce players, welcome to Force Pro Sports. Laser tag is the greatest sport of our modern era. Our dream is to see a Laserforce tournament with players paid professionally, teams sponsored, and lives transformed through our incredible, supportive community. My codename is Mr. Mischief. I'm a laser tag sports analyst who aims to make laser tag presentable and exciting for all, and today I am joined by Prawn Boy from Brisbane, Australia. He is playing for the Brisbane Democratic Republic of Laserforce in Laserforce Internationals 2025. He's here to alleviate the mystery behind him and his teammates. Welcome on, Prawn Boy.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming on. I was saying
problem.
This might be the final interview as far as making sure all teams get represented by either my podcast or the Resupply. So we're all excited to get to know you a bit.
Yeah.
I'll have some questions for you today, but how are you doing? What's things like over there in Brisbane right now?
Starting to heat up, I think. Definitely, we've been doing practice games for 2 months-ish, maybe. At the start, we were getting wiped by A-Team, or Brisbane. They don't want to be called the A-Team. Still getting wiped by them, but the gap's definitely closing. So we know they're beatable, and we'll beat them at one point in the tournament where we reckon we'll take a game off of them. So we're starting to heat up. So
that's really exciting.
Yeah.
We just went through it. We hosted internationals last year. I got one more week with the belt here. Or got to give it back, and we're expecting Rusty to take our lunch money and keep it himself for a while.
It does it in socials as well. So,
but our A team played our B team over and over and over again, and the gap. They got over the gap one time when we were missing our best player, the Fear Turkey, but it did happen. They got better and better, but it was hard for them to tell when they were getting better because they kept not actually winning the game. Have you experienced the same thing for your team?
I think we're realizing we're getting better and better. Without giving too much away, we just get stomped at the start, versus good players. It happens. But the past few weeks, we've been losing a lot slower, I guess. The big tsunami doesn't come as quickly. We're not wiped away straight away like we have been some weeks. Holding out, not getting elimed, I think that's a big part of it. So yeah.
Oh, that's really good. Yeah, when you have a team that you just can't beat, that's the next step. You just try to survive a few extra minutes, and you really build a lot of that stability and recovery. So that's really cool. I'm glad to hear it from you guys, because you got some very good teams coming out. People that are
so we've heard.
So I'll tell you they're far more. A lot of these teams are far more experienced than you guys, and you might have the home field advantage. But it's so interesting to see what a home, quote unquote, not B team, where having that home field experience, you play a certain way, but when people come into your arena, they're gonna take it and interpret it a whole different way, and it's so fun to see the two styles clash.
Yeah, I can imagine that there's definitely going to be some cooking of teams who haven't been in Brisbane or haven't been in Brisbane in a long time and doing weird things. They'll still do their normal things, I guess, playing new tower, back tower. But who knows? People might play downstairs more than upstairs. They might wall from the start. Who knows? So,
Brisbane got changed a little, right? Didn't part of the arena get removed?
That was before my time. So I've never played Space Marines 5 with the airlock. We did open up the airlock on Monday. So I think part of the airlock will be opened for Nats. So they've opened it for us and social, so they'll probably be having it open for Nats as well. So yeah, it might be a bit familiar, but I don't think it's it's not completely the same. So
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be really exciting.
Mm.
Because I do wonder for the people who were out there in 2018, will it be pretty much the same, or will that arena change make it so different that their previous experience doesn't even matter? I don't
Yeah, I
know.
think there's definitely like been complaints, and again, like I never played before that airlock change, but there's definitely been complaints that like it just changes the way the game's played. Like you're not meant to play downstairs anymore. Doesn't mean it doesn't happen, but if you go downstairs at all and you're not getting your targets, the golden oldies yell at you a bit. They're like, get back upstairs and stuff. So,
Mm-hmm.
but we put up with it. We play. We march on. So,
Ah, innovation, not a bad
yeah,
thing. Hey, I'm going to jump in with our quick question of the day, and I got
yeah,
some questions for you about internationals.
yeah,
So this quick question sponsored by Relics Merch. If you want to get some cool Laserforce swag, visit relicsmerch.com. We have not had, ever since I started the show, we've not had a single person ask a new question in the comment section. We've got like 4 or 5 new episodes out. So public, come on, guys, get in on it. I want your opinions. This question's from Mr. Mischief. He writes in, what is your favorite game mode besides Space Marines 5?
I think I've played maybe like 2 other game modes, maybe 3. In like, if I look at my Laserforce stats, it's like 750 something Space Marines 5 games, and then 20 something of other game modes. So,
Oh my goodness.
yeah, Laserball is pretty cool. Not that we play it
Mm.
much. Scorpion made like a warm up game mode that was pretty good, where you'd start in like a team of 5, then a team of 4, team of 3, team of 2, and then by yourself. And like each game had like different objectives. So they were like shoot the targets, like everyone's suits off. So you've got to find who's on your team and then shoot the people on the other team. So like sort of using the phaser noises, missiling, and then like it just rotates through those 5. And then whatever party game mode I played way back when I was there for a birthday party. So
Huh.
it's been have not played many different game modes that aren't Space Marines 5.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You must be talking about Laser Force's awesome new game mode, Challenge Royale.
I think it must be Challenge Royale. Yeah.
Crazy. This crazy new game mode by Laser Force Laser Tag innovates the game by providing players with 5 different challenges, one at each
Yeah.
section of the game.
Yeah.
Customize your code name and choose your shot power, and then have fun with the whole family.
Yeah. That it must be that one.
I just shot this video for Laser Force. It's so I'm kind of promoting myself
fair
and
enough.
them and the cool video that was made.
Yeah.
Check it out on Love One Laser Tag's YouTube channel. Well, very cool. So you jumped right into SM5 then? You never even played standard game modes?
Like I think if like my membership is really skewed. Like I signed up in 2010. That was at like a birthday party when I was
Mhm.
9. And then I'd play here and there with like some schoolmates, maybe like once every few years. And then finally in 2021, 2022, maybe I got into, must have been 2022, I reckon, is when I started playing Space Marines 5.
Okay, that because yeah, your code name, your membership card does definitely say that you started playing a lot longer ago.
Yeah.
But it sounds like most of your team has been playing only more recently. Would that be an accurate thing to say?
I think, other than Screever and Archdruid, like all of us have only really been playing the past 3-4 years, maybe.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's interesting. There really are a lot of parallels that I can draw personally between your team and our B team from last year.
Mm.
And to gloat about my B team, and you've seen probably most of them on this video here.
Yeah.
They placed very impressively in 4th place, and I know you guys are shooting for 2nd, and I think that's extremely possible. You'll hear about us talk about you on the rankings show.
Yeah.
Because one, I mean, it seems like you're all probably like a good 5-10 years older than our B team is, and 2, you're being trained by players far greater than our A team.
I
But
wouldn't call what they do training, but yeah, we're definitely being whipped into shape by them. Yeah.
But they were beating teams that were far more experienced than them, really vetted players with great foundations and solid teamwork, and they trained up and they did it. It was really cool.
Mm.
Anyway, I'll drop that there. That's just fun to watch. There's a little preview, everybody. Okay, so yeah, can you give us like the lay of the land? Tell us about the Brisbane Democratic Republic of Laserforce, and of course, I'm not asking you to share anything that your team wouldn't want you to share.
Yeah, they'll probably get me on Monday if I do. But so 3 of us, our group's like pretty weird. So we're good mates with Basil from the Brisbane Boom team. Like we've all known each other like well before Laserforce, or most of us have sort of known each other well before Laserforce. We were the Basil bots in the Auckland Nats in 2020.
Heard about you.
So while Basil was over playing Nats, we were like in a food court. I think when we started it, we were in a food court just like before work, just spamming like Basil bots, like just copy pastas about Basil. Yeah, it was like, and we after that we joked, it's like, oh, wouldn't it be cool like if like the 4 of us at least were on the team together for Nats in Brisbane, because we sort of knew that it was coming back to Brisbane eventually and would probably still be playing there. And we were like, wouldn't it be cool if we played together? And then Basil dogged us. And so now we don't like Basil. So there was a point where our team was
the absolute traitor. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I know. He wanted to go play for a better team or something like that. But, so there was a point where our team name was going to be the Anti-Basil Coalition. But we hadn't really decided on a team. 2 other players, Rook and Danta, they are good friends from school, I believe. So we only know them from like through Laserforce, obviously. And Screever just came into socials. He was good, and we're sort of like, well, it was either him or someone else from the Brisbane Boom team, and either Screever got stuck with us or we got stuck with Screever, but probably Screever got stuck with us. He's been one of our better players, definitely, in these practice games. So, yeah.
Absolutely. So, really, you guys are a bunch of bros.
Yeah. You wouldn't think when we come out arguing, but, like, I think I don't know the dynamics of the other teams, obviously, but we've known each other, like, since we're, like, kids. So, not kids, but, older high school people. So we've known each other a long time. Yeah, we're able to like overcome those like petty arguments we have like pretty easy. Like we, at least 3 of us, so Twin, myself, Archer, we like go hang out after, like go get dinner somewhere. We call it a debrief, just talk smack about each other, what we did wrong, what we can do better and stuff like that. So yeah.
That is cool.
Yeah.
You are not alone. This is a pretty normal dynamic in Laserforce.
Yeah.
Good friends can yell and scream at each other in the middle of a game. And it's not because I hate you. It's because if you don't move to the other side of the map in the next 5 seconds, we're going to get killed out of the game. Or I need lives right this second. Or I'm going to die, it's an intense game we play.
Yeah. Definitely. So that definitely leads to a few of the screaming matches. Like we had a bit of one on Monday over a disagreement on a nuke, but we're over it. So yeah.
That reminds me, I absolutely did not even wrap up. because this is not. There's a difference between toxic behavior, where you are being toxic to other people, and when you have rapport with somebody who you kind of agree together, it's okay for us to go to that place, and we have a way to make up with each other.
Yeah.
That's different than being toxic or bullying. Speaking
Yeah.
of bullying, if you want to submit a question to one of our guests to answer, leave a comment below. Totally forgot to say this part. And I gotta say today, because shout out to our community of Laserforce players against joining the fight against bullying. We have our first Patreon supporter. Thank you, Lucidune, for joining our show as the first supporter. And if you want to join, one half of your donations to this show will go to me. One half will go to NAPAB, and you can help. Create a supportive world and a supportive community. Give it patreon.com/Mr. Mischief. Anyway, sorry. I got a format. I'm trying to be a little more professional nowadays. Okay, anyway, sounds like you guys have a good rapport though.
Yeah, definitely. Like obviously knowing each other for like 6, 7, 8, 9 years, like you build it. We've been doing this every Monday for the past 3 years, some of us longer. So we're used to the disagreeing with each other, taking a game to cool off, and then talking about it after if we need to. So,
it sounds like Screever kind of joined a little late to at least to like where you the rest of you were mainly friends in high school. Has he become part of the friend group at all?
Definitely. Like Screever's like a great bloke. We all get along with him, and I think everyone in Brisbane would say he's a top bloke. Like he's never one to yell at people. Like is always building people up, not tearing them down in game and stuff like that. Like you couldn't say a bad word about him. So like we're happy to have Screever. He's like a great player as well. So
yeah, no, he seems really cool. And I only really know him because my bloke, the Fear Turkey, he played out in Brisbane on the D team with Screever back in 2018. They were the only team to take a game off of the Golden Oldies in that tournament.
Yeah, so he tells us,
which is insane. So I'm really excited to see Screever play in this tournament, just to see how far he's come since then. That was 7 years ago.
Yeah. So yeah, a lot's changed in 7 years, definitely. So
yeah, I have to imagine.
Yeah.
So tell us about your individual prep for Nats. What are you working on?
Obviously rocking up Monday when I can. I've been a bit stupid. I love sports. I play like 3 or 4 different sports at a time, including laser tag. Yeah. So
you got a football shirt on right now.
Yeah, that's sort of how I got the name. But like 6 weeks ago-ish, I tore my hamstring, like just a grade 1 tear.
No.
And I was back playing laser tag 2 weeks later. And then or maybe a bit longer, but it was something like that, something silly like that. And then a week and a bit ago, like last Monday, so 8 days ago, I was on crutches. I sprained my ankle playing basketball, and then was playing laser tag yesterday. So that's how my prep's gone. But other than other than that, everyone's been rocking up Monday nights. We get a game in against Brisbane Boom, and a game in against Laserforce Crew, so Troy's team. Monday just gone, we had like a series against the A team or Brisbane Boom, and then I think next week we're having a series. So the week before Nats, we're having a series against Laserforce Crew. So
when you say series, do you mean like a match or 7
like the
matches?
the 2 matches opposed to the
just
the
one game.
Like 50, just the one game.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, and I'm glad you guys are doing that. That is, I think the best way to prep is to play with your team against another structured team.
Yeah. We've been doing those like the proper 6v6 as our teams since start of June maybe. Obviously there's a few weeks where one person's away and we get someone else to fill in, but it's still like mainly 5 of our team versus 6 of another team, or 6 of our team versus 5 of another team. So, yeah.
Yeah, definitely have been stalking your guys' LF stats a little bit, and
Yeah.
your team seems like it's able to mostly show up, and that you're all playing not the same roles every game, but you seem like you have some somewhat consistent roles. I find
Yeah,
that encouraging as well.
I think most of us are happy to like toss between 2 roles, like without giving much away. Like like everyone who's coming to Nats has probably seen the stats and is like, oh well, the Brisbane guys are playing this. So like I'll play scout and maybe 3 hit, maybe. Whereas someone like Screever, he's happy to play 3 hit and scout, and then like our resupply, if we let them out of medic prison and ammo prison, they'll get to flourish elsewhere. But we're all like, we're not going to be like, we're only playing this all week, like, because it'd be tiring and it'd probably be a bit boring. But we're happy to like, change it up a bit.
Yeah, it sounds like Brisbane and Laserforce crew. I think it seems like they have the same mentality as well. I see them shift up a lot themselves. And Rusty was talking about how he wants to play a lot of different roles this tournament.
He's lying. He's going to play com all week.
All week. Yeah, at least in finals or heavy.
Yeah.
You're lying, Rusty.
Yeah. He lies every week. He lies and cheats. But I think it's sort of been like depending on who we're versing. So like we know that Brisbane Boom are going to be like politely the better team. So we're trying to put our better team forward so that we can get used to that like high pace game. Whereas when we're versing Laserforce crew, it's that touch slower. Like we're not in like full gear the entire time. It's a touch slower, so we can play different roles that we're weaker on to sort of get that up.
There are pros and cons. You know, like I think it's definitely valid to make decisions for your team for morale reasons. Because if you go the same roles all week long, you're going hyper serious all week long. Some players absolutely do that. Don't get me wrong, but that doesn't work for everybody.
Yeah, like I think we'll definitely get. At least I'll be sick if I play scout all week. I'll be like, but yeah. So,
do you have a favorite position?
It depends. I don't mind scout. I don't mind com. I've been playing pretty poor on heavy recently. Our social games, because we get so many people, we're doing like 8v8 games. So the way you play the games like a touch different. Like in that 8v8 games, getting second ammo and you're just a scout with unlimited shots and you just that's fun always. But I like them all equally, probably put heavy down a bit and maybe medic down a bit as well. But
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's somewhat common. I'm so curious about how heavy plays in your arena. People have a hard time finding a comparison for Brisbane, and I haven't been there. It sounds like Sacramento, which is no longer, it hasn't been around since 2017, 2018-ish. But it seems like the heavies, it's more like a heavy versus commander play, right? Like the commanders will go to the other side of the field and try to attack the enemy defenses, right?
At the start of the game, definitely. And then that like obviously like flips when com's going back and heavy's going out. Like
then you send the heavies out while your commanders getting filled.
Yeah,
there might be some flipping.
Yeah, like which I don't know. I've never been to another Laserforce arena, so I wouldn't be able to say how like other places play, like how the resupply might play or the scouts might play. But I think because Brisbane, like they've been playing at Brisbane since before I was born, they've been playing with the airlock closed 7 years now, 7-8 years. Like the game sort of played the same way every single game. Like comms go out first, then they go back, heavies go out, heavies go in with the nuke, or scouts help the heavies push in. So
Yeah,
yeah.
100%. And that is how it is in most arenas, I would say.
Yeah.
You tend to have let's see. I was trying to pull up an example for you here. Because yeah, most arenas are laid out long enough that your defenses are on opposite sides of the map, and then the heavies
Yeah.
kind of right on the outside of that, and then offenses will kind of run past each other and go attack, or they'll be in the midfield, generally speaking. And so kind of seeing if Brisbane's like that, because you also got a downstairs.
Yes.
But just kind of pulling this is the Loveland Arena from last year, and you can see this is heavy green and this is heavy red, and they are both on the top floor staring at each other.
Right.
So
Okay.
we've got a heavy versus heavy arena, and then the commanders are right here on the second floor trying to push up opposite ends. So we've got a unique way of doing it over here based on the way the arena's structured.
Yeah, right.
And yeah, it just shows you how different every arena plays. If you ever went to a different arena, like your all of your context for the game gets thrown out the window. You've got to recontextualize everything.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And this is an interesting dynamic. So right here, the green heavy runs over, tagged them all down. Now they all have to run down this ramp and go downstairs.
Yeah.
Is that something that ever happens in Brisbane? Does a team get flushed to the first floor? Is the first floor like a dangerous place to be?
Like if you get kicked from, like, people probably know this and they're probably going to shoot me for like giving away strategies, but normally if you're getting nuked and you get kicked because no one backtracked, you can get down back ramp if you're in back tower. If you're in new tower, they've sort of cut off one of the stairs we used to have. So you've got to run along our obs deck, which is like a long straight to get downstairs. So people definitely do go downstairs, but I think it's a bit, or I get told that it's a lot worse to play downstairs. So
for sure.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a secret that you're giving away.
No,
a lot of like it's just how physics work. Second floor is going to be better than first floor almost all the time. This is the way you get to look down over the and have more vision. The sciences, you know.
Yeah.
And pushing an enemy team downstairs, and then that puts you in an advantageous position, I have to imagine.
Yeah, there's definitely a few games where, like, if you get downstairs and you can't get back upstairs, and this is like goes socials and our Nats practice, like if a team's downstairs, they're likely losing and are going to lose. Like they've just been pushed too hard downstairs. They didn't backtrack enough.
Yeah.
Or didn't backtrack at all, and it just leads to a mess. So
yeah. In every arena I've played in with multiple floors, that's how it is. It's that way in Loveland. It's that way in Detroit. That's the only. I mean, St. George doesn't even play with their second floor because it's so overpowered. Auckland, it's not exactly that way because the upstairs is so isolated. But in general, people fight for the top in Auckland. It's advantageous. Yeah, I'm with you. So, what do you hope to accomplish this year in Nats?
Until I heard the resupply thing, we were thinking, like, being confident that we'd finish the top half, like just sort of hearing who else was coming out, and we, like, in our group chat, like, we were watching the resupply where they did the power rankings. I almost like laughed every time they were like, oh, and then this team, and it wasn't ours, and then this team, and it wasn't ours, and then they got to second place, and I was like, really? We were predicting like third, fourth, maybe, and then they were like, yeah, second place, like the Brisbane B team or whatever we were called at that point. So we were like, it's pretty funny, but so we got a bit to like live up to, I guess. But since we've been playing like these games and like I guess we play all our games at Brisbane, so
We'll be back with the podcast in just a moment. Wanted to take a quick ad break to just let you know, please support the channel to join the fight against bullying and support our sponsors, relicsmerch.com, to get some awesome Laserforce swag. And with that, we'll be right back to the podcast. Thank you for listening.
we, like, as much as the arena hasn't changed, we play there every week. We know the angles.
Right.
We know where to look when we're running out, where people are going to be running from and stuff like that. So I think early on, we might do well or do better against those, like the US East, Auckland A and stuff like that, those sort of other top half teams. And then towards the end of the week, we'll even out once everyone's played a few games there. So
yeah, that does tend to be how it goes. As much as you guys can improve and get better over the week, the fact that other teams have such little experience in the field, I think they're going to improve generally more than you will.
Yeah.
They're going to be hitting a lot more of their norm, and you guys will need to hit through to things that you've never done before.
Yeah.
But you can still do it. It's definitely possible. Like, keep practicing and talking throughout the week.
Yeah, we'll definitely, like, I think that's one thing we do pretty well most of the time, is like talking with each other and then being able to like talk outside the game and being like, this is what went wrong. This is what we should do next time. Not that we have like any strategies or anything like that, but even before the game, like if we're getting kicked, this is where we go. If we can get back up. Otherwise, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I want to show you, just looking at LF stats from the last couple of Brisbane tournaments. I wasn't here for this one. This is 2014, but you can see that Brisbane placed all the top 3 spots.
Yeah.
And this was the USA team coming out trying to play against Brisbane. Like, Brisbane was absolutely dominant. And then if we go to 2018, and I wasn't there for this one either, but at least knew a lot more people in this tournament. It wasn't the same, but it was pretty similar. The Brisbane Heretics were second only to the Golden Oldies. And then the Bees and the Hellcats, they were competitive with all the other teams that had come out, for sure, and placed above a good chunk of them. So Brisbane has a reputation for just having some of the best teams and players in the world. Yeah, I think that's part of what it is.
Yeah.
You are winners. That is straight up. Like, that's all Brisbane's ever been.
Yeah, definitely. I think with that as well, like, when I saw that, like, second place, I'm like, now we got to, like, get there. Otherwise, we're, like, not meeting expectations and stuff like that. Like, not that we're letting Brisbane down or anything like that. But, you know, people, like, see us at second. So people are probably going to want, like, the other teams coming over, they'll be like, oh, these guys were predicted second. Like, let's go out, beat them and stuff like that. So we've got to step up after being labelled that, I guess. Well, that's how I feel, at least. Yeah.
You said, and I don't mean to start any beef or any drama here, but you said that the A team isn't exactly training you. They're more just like conditioning or beating up. Is that how you meant that?
I guess, like, just in the games we play, like, if you look at the scores, like, it's still maybe like an 8, 9K difference, 10K difference, and then we get eliminated. So it'll be like a 20K loss. But the conditioning is we're versing them once every week. And it's like they're still battering us. Like, if you look at the stats from this week when we versed them, I think we only had like a 4K loss and we weren't eliminated.
Wow.
And like, wait,
I'm not going to share this, but I'm just going to look for myself.
Yeah, have a look. I did pop off that game. I don't know what I did, but scored a few points that game. But, and like, we pretty much, like, after the fact, we're like, we lost because of this one thing that happened. And I'm not going to say what it is because it sounds like we're complaining, but like, one thing happened and that led to that loss. And we're like, well, if that doesn't happen, we survive. or the con, the heavy, the other scout survive another 3 minutes, and maybe that 3K or that 4K diff's a 2K diff or 1K diff, or even like a win for us. Like, I think that was the first time we had elimed their medic in these practice games against them. So after, like, especially after that, we're like,
did you play them twice this week?
Yeah, we played them twice this week. So it would have been
okay.
the first game we versed them. The second game, don't look at that. That was horrible. But yeah, that first game we versed them, like,
now I see.
There's chinks in the armor. So
hey, Prawn boy, can I share this? Because like you look pretty good right here.
Like, not to inflate my ego, but go for it.
yeah. It's a pretty nice one to have up on the stream.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got you with a 9K scout, and you did kill out their medic. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So does feel pretty good. But I think that's, like, me being up there is probably more an outlier than anything else. But
sure, not expecting that every game.
No, definitely not. But good to have, like, yeah. So I think we played well, we defended well, and that let us sort of get a bit of offense, when normally when we're versing them, it's just like we're under the pump the entire time. So
hey, let that be a comparison marker for people coming out. Like, you don't want to sleep on these guys when you're playing against this team right here. And yeah, you've gotten beat every time I've seen that you've played these guys, and I don't think you've killed out their medic before, but this is showing that you all are, I mean, you've gotten to a point where this is in the range of outcomes now, that you are reaching up at their level.
Yeah, definitely.
Still not winning the game, but imagine if you guys got a few more months to train with them.
Yeah. Oh, well, we're also saying, like, they're all old, minus like Basil and Sharpshooter. So
they're just old. I see.
Yeah, they're just old. So that's what we're also backing on. Like, towards the end of the week, people are a bit more tired. We're a bit more young. Like, hopefully we can go well with that.
You know what else really helps is if you change the time from you guys are playing like 9 to 4 every day, right?
The Nats game.
In the tournament?
If we made it their bedtime, like 8 o'clock, like, we'd be fine.
Right. Yeah, I'm saying you should do what we did. You should start at 4:00 p.m. and force everyone to play until the middle of the night. It really makes them upset, but they're so tired and cranky that they don't really complain. They just go to sleep. They crash as soon as they crash in the middle of games. It's a great way to win. I recommend make it as miserable an experience as possible for other people and give you the advantage. No, this is a very it is an outlier game, but good on you. I hope it's a marker that you're improving and that you can pop off in a game.
Yeah.
Team structures are important, and it's important to have your I don't know. It's important to have different venues for winning every game. It can't just be, your commander popping off and dropping 5 nukes every game. You need other players who can pick up the slack if your commander is getting shut down.
Yeah, definitely. Like, especially against the better teams, like, it won't be, your comm top score, your heavy top second, then your scouts, then ammo and medic. Like in that game, like, I think Screever was the 4th top score for us. So heavy was 3rd last, and Rook, Twin, myself were the top 3. So like, we'll definitely have to carry the boats a bit. But yeah.
No, that's really cool. Let's see. So, let's see. Tell us about I guess so. As a team, sounds like you're hoping to accomplish that 2nd place because of the expectations of the community that have been kind of put on you. Maybe the legacy of Brisbane.
I think when we went into it, we're realistic. Like, we were like, let's, like, be realistic about the other teams and sort of like be like, put out our chest, like, we're from Brisbane, like we're like, they're a zone team. So, like, zone players, what are they? Other than Type N, who's like an anomaly, like, they're a zone team. We are competitive against the Laserforce crew, and they're that, like, older team as well. I couldn't tell you about the American teams. And then like Auckland, we're like, well, we can't lose to the Kiwis, so that just pretty much puts us into second or like that top half. So
Right.
yeah.
Well, I will say that, and I'm not gonna lie, there was a world where there was a world where I would come in and you would all essentially just be arrogant and entitled about it. Like, oh yeah, well we're obviously gonna beat everyone coming in. We're playing against Rusty. We're the home team. But you seem to have a lot of self-awareness, and you know the other teams are good, and you're actually really working hard to improve your play every week.
Yeah, it's definitely it. Like if we were like beating Rusty's team like week in, week out, we'd probably have that cockiness, but we're being realistic. Like I've never seen any of these other non-Brisbane players other than G&D the few times he's come to Brisbane come over. So I've got no like frame of reference for how good they are other than like watching Twitch streams for Nats. And even then, like seeing how people are playing, like what they're like in the arena. So
yeah, absolutely. No, that's really cool. And frankly, it gives you guys a better shot at actually taking second. To have that humility and be willing to just get ready to get smacked and have to come back the next day with a new strategy if that happens to you.
Yeah, definitely. So I think we might lose to one of the US East team early, and we're like, well, this is what went wrong. We might have, done something we shouldn't have, and we can come back when we verse them a few days later and be better for it. So
does anyone on your team ever ask for advice from players on the other two teams, or do you just kind of talk amongst yourselves?
I think a few other people did. I can't ask what they said, but I spoke to Rusty and Taipan after our game, and it wasn't more like, what did I do good? Because I'm very like critical of myself in all sports I play.
Most athletes are.
Yeah.
Most good athletes are.
Yeah. But I'll come out and I was like, well, what did we do well as a team? Like, because as much as it's an individual sport, it's a team sport as well. Like, what did we do well as a team? Like, what was different to the other times we versed you? So hearing that stuff like, oh, do this more, don't do this, it helps. We've also had Scorpion a few times. Chris, he would sit in whatever tower wherever he's supplying in, and I guess that's the closest we've got to coaching. Like just hearing him, he's been around ages and ages. So hearing him, and he's been to Nats and stuff, hearing him tell us what we need to do, what we did well, what we didn't do well, that's good, I think. Yeah.
Cool. Oh, yeah, I haven't met Scorpion, but he's an OG. And I think he does a lot of the modifications on the game or a lot of the game creating.
Yeah.
Really cool. No, I'm glad you've gotten that. You've got some of the best resources in the world around you, so glad you guys are able to take advantage of some of it. What are you most excited for the tournament? It could be things in game or even out of game.
I think in game, it's a chance to play in an international tournament. When I was talking to my parents about it, it's like I'm taking a week off work, and they're like, "Why are you doing that?" And it's like, "Well, I'm playing in an international tournament." And they're like, "What sport is it?" I'm like, "Laser tag." And they're like, "Just look at me." And I'm like, how many chances am I going to say that I played an international tournament? Like that sort of stuff. It means a bit to me to say it's not called a World Cup. It's like Nats or whatever, but it may as well be. It's the closest thing we've got to it being a World Cup. The social side as well. I'm a pretty sociable person, so just getting to meet new people and stuff like that, getting around it. So,
yeah, 100%. This is the World Cup of Laserforce, and I don't know how things are going to change in the future because we we've got a pretty big other laserball scene blowing up in Europe right now, and we're in talks about how to merge with that community. We got some people from that community coming out to this tournament. But this is Laserforce HQ. It's not just the World Cup. It's like
Yeah.
this is where the sport originated, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of legacy here. So
Yeah.
I envy your experience to be there and relish in all of it. It's really gonna be something special.
Yeah, definitely.
And even if you never come back, you'll always have this memory. You can go back and watch the stream, and some of these players who you might get to play and defeat, they got legacy as well. There's a lot of good players coming out from the US and Auckland.
Yeah, like been watching the player presentations you've been putting up. And it's like these guys have played like thousands and thousands of games, and it's like I look at my thing when I swipe my card, it's like 700 games. It's like I've only been playing these long, and they talk about tournaments from like 2008. I was 7. Like these guys have been playing like well longer than I've been alive and stuff like that. So yeah.
And it'll be so interesting to see how they take your arena and they do different things with it. That always felt like it felt like a violation to me when I first started playing. Like, this is my arena and you're all like doing weird stuff with it, and then you're beating me with that weird stuff. Like, stop it. That's weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, seeing how other people think is fascinating. Is there a team that you're most excited to play against besides one of the Brisbane teams?
I guess like all the international teams, pretty much every other team. Like every other team will play different to how we play, and like again, they might do those weird kooky things, playing downstairs, or just doing something strange off the bat. Like it'll be good to play against those guys, and it's like, well, we beat these guys, and if we beat there's a few people who are like world champs or like previous world champs, so it's like, well, I beat a world champ. Like, what sport can you say that in? Like that we beat these guys. We might not win the whole thing, but at some point we beat these guys.
Heck yeah. Yeah, if you can defeat the International Men of Mystery, then you'll have defeated that team is half world champions currently.
Yeah, I think going back to your question, who are we most excited to verse? At least me, it's like beat those guys. Those are last year's world champs or Auckland's world champs or whatever. Like, who says we can't win if we beat them?
Absolutely. That is an interesting question, though. I wrote this. I didn't know about. I wasn't gonna ask it because you haven't been to other tournaments outside of Brisbane, but there's a thing about home field advantage, that if you get to practice in your home field and have all the extra time, and you're used to the angles, you're used to the play style, your team will get boosted up above other teams. How much have you guys considered home field advantage? How much do you believe in it?
I think a lot more than I should probably. Having it's not like these guys are coming to a brand new arena, like they've been here before, so they sort of know what to expect. Yeah, some of them, not all of them, but the ones that have been here, they're not starting from scratch. They're starting with some sort of base level of understanding how it plays. They're not going to get lost running around. So I think it plays a part, and I probably think it plays a lot more than it will. But
let's see. Okay, so I took I'm just going to copy a little something here. The values only. That'll be fun. Get rid of everything now. I got a lot of stats for the tournament. I love me some stats.
Yeah.
And I do have how many missions a person on team's played, and that's fine and well. That's definitely a viable stat. I also have the average number of SM5 missions in Brisbane that each team has, because that is, I mean, those games are worth far more than a team supercharge in the Syracuse arena, you know?
Yeah.
So, hear that. So these are averages, not totals, but you guys have got by far third place, by far
Yeah.
third place. And yes, I called them A, B, and C. Sorry,
Yeah.
Rusty. Just
Go
deal
for
with
it.
it.
Go for it. Yeah.
I called that. Yeah, that's right. It's like publicly, I've been saying the team names, but then in my private notes, I'm like, oh yeah, it's A, B, C. Yep. Yeah, you guys are close to the Laserforce crew, and the next highest is USA West, or the International Men of Mystery, with average of 73 a person. Like, that is so few less compared to you guys. Less than 10 times.
Yeah. It's a lot less.
So you're if you are getting defeated by any of these teams, it's because of their overall knowledge of SM5 that they've had throughout playing in different arenas. But that's significant. It will definitely be a home field advantage for you guys. I guarantee it.
Yeah, like I'd like to see, I don't know if you have it, but the like average numbers of games across teams and stuff like that as well. Like that US West team would be, I reckon, double, triple what we have, easy. Like I know myself, Twin, I don't even have 1,000 games. I think Archfield would have a bit over 1,000. Like we've got 1,000 like across the team, 1,000 average games in Brisbane, but they'd all be in Brisbane if you look at our games, I reckon. So
yes, I do have that. Of course, I got that. I got all the stats. I'm just trying to keep some of this stuff under wraps for right now. But
yeah, no, that's a good.
I don't want to.
So yeah, they've got 4 times the games we have on average in general.
Yeah, let me see if I can sort that. They do. They got 4 times your general games for sure. Men of Mystery will be the most experienced team on average coming in, followed by, Rusty's team. And yep, you guys are way down. You're in so many ways, you are far more comparable to the Loveland Curveballs coming in. And it would be really interesting to see how you guys would do in a neutral arena. I think you guys are gonna. No, sorry, Loveland. I think you're gonna straight up stomp our Loveland team in this tournament. But
I'm pretty sure that's who we have first, so that's again like puffing out the chest a bit more. So
yeah, you're gonna slap them, and they're going to learn a lot about the arena right away. But in a neutral arena, I don't know who'd be better. It'd be really interesting to see. And honestly, you can make a case that it probably would be Loveland because of the away experience that they bring to the table. But that's it, right? We're going to do all this speculation. Then the moment of truth's going to come out. We're going to see how good everybody is, and there's no excuses in that. It's the best of the best trying their best.
Yeah, I think that's definitely it. Like, yeah, seeing that, like, we're the third most experienced team. Like, it's pretty crazy. So,
yeah, really exciting for you guys. Final question for you today. What do you think is going to be the most difficult challenge in this tournament?
I think for myself, it's like I said to like the guy who runs the desk, and we got some cameras set up, and there's like a lobby camera, and I said it'd be interesting to see how many blow-ups I have coming out of the arena. Like I get like super competitive in all the sports I play, so I get angry at myself, angry at my team, like just having to like, and I like known to like swear in our arena. So like I know that's a big no-no in that. So it's like being able to just like, in the game be like chill out, and take it like well outside of the arena. Like if I'm frustrated, like just take it out, not verbally or something like that. So like I think
Yeah.
I was looking at like the Brisbane stats and stuff like that. If like we look at the total warnings, yellow cards, whatever, like I'm up there for the top, like Brisbane all time, as long as they've been taking the stats just from being a bit more aggressive, I'd say, my play style, or just the way I play the game.
Sure.
Yeah. So
No,
I
I
think
hear you.
that's my challenge. I think as a team, it'll be a similar thing. Like when we're under pressure, are we going to crack or not? Are we going to be able to like, hold it throughout the week? Like we know what we're expecting against Brisbane, Rusty's boys and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We know what we're expecting against Laserforce crew, but we can't blow up when we're versing Auckland, Loveland, like all the other teams. So
Can I offer you a little free advice?
sure.
Yeah, because emotional regulation has always been a problem for Team Loveland as far back as we've gone, and
Yeah.
I don't know how the new generation of players is going to handle it. But even our team that just won has problems and had problems with emotional regulation. It can come from a lot of areas, but I did make a couple resources that I just want to share on our YouTube channel. I'm sharing my screen every 5 seconds with you today.
That's so
But
good.
I got this playlist SM5 101,
How
a lot of
to untilt
basics.
in seconds.
And yeah, how to untilt in seconds. I just, I just got some mental health tips essentially, or some deregulation tips. Sorry,
Yeah.
regulation tips, not deregulation. And if you go down here to the 301, I've actually got like an hour 40 slideshow presentation that I did. Tips for reducing anger and ego. Because I find that those are a lot of times coincided. And I do want to say it's very common for some of the best athletes in any sport to be deeply invested in their sport. And it's not something that they can just be like, oh, well, it's just a game. It doesn't matter. That works for some people. But for some of us, like, really pisses us off when we lose,
I like through like even PE in school. So like when I'm 13, 14, 15, it was like playing super aggressively, like not getting into fights with other people, but getting close to it and like just hearing the like, oh, it's just a game, like calm down. It's like, don't even talk to me. I don't want to hear it.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. This could definitely be updated a bit, I think. But it kind of goes into some of the reasons behind why people get upset and they're if I'm partially wanting to share with you so that I can share with others as well and just plug that, like, because at the end of the day, those blow-ups, that you can explain them, but it doesn't excuse them and they don't help.
I think that's the big part. Like I know they don't help, and it's just I've got to, if I'm gonna say some unkind words to my team, say it out of earshot, down Ipswich Road, just away from others, so they're not hearing that. Because if people are seeing like me coming out being angry, and like people see it in Brisbane like all the time, me coming out being like frustrated, they're like, well, he's probably going to play shit the next game. And so especially when we're going back-to-back games against the same 6 people, I've got to say that to like well after that, not just as soon as I walk out, because I'm gonna have to walk back in straight away. So yeah.
No, that's really wise of you, and I appreciate your vulnerability and sharing that publicly.
Yeah.
Because you're not the only one. There are a lot of people who struggle with this, and I think we should normalize the topic.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Especially in like laser tag. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, I don't have any other questions for you. Do you have anything you want to ask me? Anything else you want to talk about?
Not really. I think we've covered a lot of it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I want to say thank you for coming on. I want to say thank you to all the players in Brisbane for getting me your player profile shots. We almost got all of them. And the stream is going to look incredible. We've got a lot of hardworking people. I'm just plugging the stream now. I'm just going for it.
Go for it. We got
Comp Geek has been really helpful for producing this. We got Rockwood on the mic practicing his commentary. We're getting all the graphics set up for this year. We've got some people from Zone helping us with the layout. Like, if you thought last year's was good, we're up in the game. It's going to be even better this year. So if you are attending Nats, block out your calendar to watch some of these games. It's going to be really cool. So if you want to, please support our show by subscribing or following. Our show is now on Spotify as well as YouTube, so you can join over there. Join the fight against bullying and harassment by giving on our Patreon. If you want to be part of our Laserforce community, join the LF Tournament Discord and look to attend a Laserforce tournament near you. That's game over, everybody. We'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for coming on, Prawn Boy.
No problem. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you for listening to ForceProSports. Subscribe to the channel and get cool perks by supporting our Patreon. Play Laserforce and become part of this era's next great sport.